despite making up more than half of the population in many countries, young people ages 18 to 40 often find themselves marginalized from mainstream politics and decision making. They struggle to gain the respect of public officials and are seen as lacking the skills and experience to engage in political activity and lead positive change in their communities. This exclusion, combined with limited educational and economic opportunities, can leave young people both idle and frustrated with the status quo. Today's youth need real opportunity to participate in political processes and contribute to practical solutions that advance development. When allowed to organize, voice their opinions, and play a meaningful role in political decision-making, young people consistently demonstrate their willingness and ability to foster positive and lasting change. They also become more likely to demand and defend democracy and gain a greater sense of belonging. Good day and welcome to today's edition of Christians in Politics, reaching you from the studios of the Advent Cable Network Nigeria Television, ACNNTV. I am Smart Simon, and we shall be treating the topic, Youth and Politics. And I have with me in the studio to discuss this topic, Honorable Chief Bartholomew Edmond, an entrepreneur and a politician. We also have with us the Venerable Joseph Unoya JP, Director, Civic and Political Affairs, Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, and the chaplain to the National Assembly. You're welcome, sirs.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for finding our time to come to the studio as we discuss this very, very important topic, youth and politics. And let me start from the Venerable and I'll come this way. What is your understanding of the topic before us, youth and politics?
Well, talking about understanding is straightforward. It's talking about youth participation in politics in general. Yes, it's talking about giving the youth a chance to participate actively in politics. A need we shall be looking at, in my own opinion, what has been, what it ought to be, and maybe trying to challenge the youth to take their place. It's more than ever necessary now. I haven't seen that those who have been in the corridor of power over the years are aging. They are not ready to retire or resign. And the country is becoming worse for it by the day. And the youths have just been at the fringes, being used for the odd jobs. So I think my understanding about this topic is really to challenge the youth to take their place.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me come to Chief Honorable Sim. What is your understanding of the topic?
Actually, the youths needs to take their place when it comes to politics. They should get involved, because getting involved in politics is not only voting. Be a card-carrying member of a political party.
That's right.
That is where to start. And when you be a card-carrying member of a political party, then the other things follows. You see, by our constitution, 1999 constitution, we know is not friendly to the youth. Because when you talk about the average age of the executive council or the average age of any political executive is from 56 years. And there are areas in which the youth has to now take up this responsibility, take up the power. Demand for your rights. It has not been favorable for us. We have had breach in communication. We want to bring the best. Those that have ruled and governed this country before now are youths, 32, 38, 42. They are all youths. And they are coming back again to still control the helm of affairs in this country. In fact, we know that youths are good entrepreneurs. They are well schooled. But with what we have on ground, I don't think we have to discuss it for we to have a way forward. The youth has to discuss, come to a round table, demand for our rights. It's our space.
Yeah.
It's our space. We are in this country where a politician of age of 70 will make a young man a special advisor. What are you advising an elderly man for? You understand? But a young man can be the governor, can be a senator, and appoint the elder as a special advisor. So, but we are having the other way around in this country. So this thing has to change.
All right. Thank you so
Actually,
much.
it's the elders that are supposed to advise the youth.
Yeah.
Not youth advising the elders.
Exactly.
I mean, it's the opposite way around.
All right, thank you so much. Now, let me still remain with Chief Honorable. Can youth be separated from politics based on what you've just said now?
Youth cannot be separated from politics. I don't know on what context. But like I said, the strength of every nation is the youth. The strength of the politicians are the youth. Those that rig election are the youth. Those that vote are the youth. So, and if you feel less concerned about going to vote, going to make some certain decisions, putting up the right candidates in those space, then we'll blame ourselves. So, in fact, we should see a political party as a religion.
Okay.
We should see a political party as a denomination. Whether you are from any denomination you are within any religion, you must see a political party as that. Because without that, you can't function. Without that, you can't go to a sanctuary and say you are praying if you are not a member of that denomination. So you must belong to a political party. That is number one.
Belonging to political party is a serious matter.
It's a serious matter.
All right. Let me come to you. Why do you think that the youth, so to say, are nowhere to be found in the helm of affairs? What is wrong with them? And even the ones that have the opportunity, you don't understand what they're doing.
Now, let me start with the ones that are not there. I think it's misplacement of priority. And I still blame the political elite for it because they have so much battered the psyche of the youths in this country. They have so much impoverished people that what I've come to discover is that a poor man does not think well. Yes, poverty can affect your own mentality and your own way of viewing everything.
Yeah, your worldview.
Your
will be
worldview.
very, very limited because of poverty.
Because of poverty. And the youths have been so impoverished. Those who went to school, no job, they have been turned to beggars, just begging to live, begging to survive. Those who did not go to school, the environment is not favorable for their survival. Those who are trying their hand in business are not having headway because of the situation, the circumstances that are created by the political elites in the country. So, with that, the youths are now more or less demanding for what they ought not to be demanding for. Naira and kobo. something to solve,
thinking about the
something to
future.
solve immediate problem. What can I have? Those are the demands the youths are making. So because of that, they are not functioning where they're supposed to function. If things were all right, the psyche of the youth have not been so battered and dangerously affected. We should see youths, active youths, making demands for certain things, for certain privileges, for certain positions, making demand for accountability. Exactly. It is in the course of agitating for these political good virtues that people identify you as, I think we need to allow this guy to lead us or to do something. That's why being a member is very, very important. I like that analogy he gave about church denomination, that no matter how you look at it, I, as a member of Anglican, cannot just go to Roman Catholic Church altar and start preaching and ministering or conducting Holy Communion. I need to register and be a full member of the Roman Catholic Church before I will be given the chance to do that. So, in other words, once you are out there, you are nowhere. And majority of our youth that are voting, I've been an election observer for about 11 years now. I've discovered that when you go to the field, most of the youth that are voting are not members of any political party. That is why it's possible for you to be given any money and you change your stand right there. When you are having your PVC with you. Somebody can convince you and give you anything and give you 2,000 naira. And you just go
because you don't belong to any political party. You don't care.
You don't have any idea. And I like some of the analogy. I need to point it. I said a political party is like a religion, which have ideology. They have a focus. They know where they are going and where they want to take the country to. So when you believe in that, no one pushes you around. No, you will not be a baby that is tossed about by different wind of doctrines. So you will be stable. Then you be firm. There and then you have opportunity to do what you have to do. So that is how I look at it, that they are not there. What they are being used for most of the time now is thuggery. Thuggery. Do the odd job. After the odd job, if you are lucky, they put you there as an advisor, even though no one is ready to listen to you. You just bear the name.
You can be my advisor.
You just hang around.
But your advice, I will choose to take it.
So that is the situation we are in at the moment. The youth need to belong and be very active. There was a second leg to your question.
I say even if they are in the hem of affair, you don't see them making impact as they should.
Now, that is a function of the society and what it has made out of our youth. And that is where I'm afraid that even when we are joining to demand that youth should be given a chance, I think we must also focus on preparedness to do the right thing.
Exactly. Preparedness.
How many youths are really fully prepared
for leadership position?
How many youths are ready to really go by the principles of democracy? How many youths are really ready, prepared to shun corruption? I mean, because the society, majority of the people, the youth today, were born in the midst of the corruption, in the midst of the chaos we find ourselves. So you cannot grow above your society. And so many youths have been affected. Many youths think that this abnormal situation we find ourselves is normal because they have never experienced another one before. So that is what is affecting the few who have been given the privilege to come in. They want to bring to bear what they have absorbed since they were born from the society. So that is where grooming matters. That is where the church will come in, where youths should be deliberately groomed. People should be deliberately prepared so that when they go out there, they will not behave like every other youth. The church need to groom Daniels, need to groom Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who will go in there and put their feet down to say, this is what we have been taught. This is what we believe in. We will not align. Who can look at the political big men there and say, let it be known, O ye Nebuchadnezzar, that we will not serve your God. So that is where we should be focusing attention. As we are saying youth should participate in politics, we should be thinking of how do we groom youths who can bring about positive change.
Thank you so much. And I think that we need to thank the leadership of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion for bringing this vision of Joshua Generation International Youth Conference that is
bringing about over 18,000
people. Just to,
I think the conference started yesterday.
Yes,
going on in Usukana.
It's a way of preparation. It's a way of grooming and preparing them so that they will be able to become the Joshua of this generation, the Joseph of this generation, and the Daniels of this generation. Until we have these virtues, until they are prepared for this. Even if you say you are a youth, come and take leadership, you will go there and mess up
the whole thing.
So the place of preparation, grooming, is very, very key to politics.
A youth who grew up with the mentality of get rich quickly without working hard, if he gets to the corridor of power, it can be a disaster for the whole system. So that is why this grooming is very, very important. And I really commend the primate of the Church of Nigeria for this timely intervention.
Thank you so much. Now, you are a politician. Should it be that preparation and grooming is lacking, and that is why youth are not able to do what they are supposed to do in terms of taking over the leadership position?
Yeah, leadership, grooming, they are all ingredients for a political leader.
Okay.
In a society like this, most intelligent, most school youths, those that have such upbringing, most of them might not be interested. You see, there is a psyche that has been dished out to the populace, to the youths, about the mentality the youth ought to carry. You see, you'll be surprised that even the youth that grew up in a community where you have various tribes and religion, and they grew up together, they saw themselves as friends. As they get older, there's some indecent kind of teachings,
behaviors,
given out to those people. Be aware, be very careful. It's just like what happened some few days ago when some group of youths were referred to as Biafran boys.
Yes.
That alone is a psyche sold to some mind of other individuals. In fact, is satanic, is barbaric for such statement to be uttered at this scenario where we find ourselves in. Because when you watch some certain things, leaders and youth ought to show example. Now, why is it that after school you graduate, youth are always just keen in getting white-collar jobs? And after they couldn't succeed in getting those collar jobs, they just end up in doing any other thing. Nobody has really gone out to say, okay, let me go into politics.
And politics,
yes.
I must go.
Even those that study political science in school, I will tell you that 75% of them does not practice politics.
75% is too much now. It's 90%.
I said they don't practice politics.
90.
Look at the National Assembly today, House of Assembly, the Senate. Can you find out anybody that has practiced or went to school to study political science that are there? Most cases, you see some traders. Most cases, you see people that from childhood, that's why they said the school of thought, whether is leaders made or created. You understand? Now, one thing we need to understand is we need to let the youth know it's time to take the bull by the horn. We are depriving ourselves. The society is not depriving us. The elites are not depriving us. We don't know what step to take. The step to take is number one. The Constitution, our 1999 Constitution, is not palatable to sustain this agitation for youth in leadership. It is not. It is a murder of the youth participation in politics. Because before now, we have the lives of the Obasanjos. Even our current president, how old was he? Gowon, as a president, they were all youth. Even the proposed independence was from a youth of 22 years. So we have been, but okay, when you look at the NSAS protest, the youth woke up because they were the victims. They were directly the victims. The youth have not really understood that the problem of Nigeria today, they are the major victims. Until they realize it, they cannot wake up.
All right, let's leave it there, because an 80-year-old who wants to be in a position of leadership, what vision is he having about tomorrow, when he himself will not be in the tomorrow that he is to plan? Not so many people want to plan for the next 20 years at 80, because it doesn't concern you.
My brother, you see, there's a scenario I always picture during the returning officers, during the election collation. You see professors, I'll be there. Maybe professor of mathematics, and maybe just to read out a 3-digit number, and they'll say 545, and you'll be surprised that today we have groomed even children that are good in mathematics, that will give scholarship. In fact, returning officers are not supposed to be professors because they have nothing to defend any longer. But the youths, there are even in secondary school where you have people that score excellent in mathematics. What are you returning? Is it not figures? And you discover that because these elderly people doesn't have anything again.
So you need someone who is having something at stake.
We need people that have something at stake to even be returned. In fact, the system is not friendly. Things need to change. We need to come to a round table to discuss this and change the structure, even election processes. Everything needs to be changed.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, Venerable sir, what are the benefits of youth participation in politics? Looking at all that we've been saying, are there benefits at all?
Enormous.
Okay.
The benefits are really uncountable. Youths are embodiment of life. They have so much potentials. You know, I talk of latent energy. I did a little bit of physics those days in secondary school. Latent energy is an energy that is dormant.
Okay.
And you will never know it's there. It will never be active until I also did a little bit of chemistry. There are chemicals they call catalysts. Once you put that chemical in another chemical, it will produce immediate chemical reaction. Then the power there will come out. It's like when you put custard what they call caustic soda in water. It doesn't need 3 minutes. It doesn't need a minute. It starts boiling immediately.
Exactly.
So the youth have so much to unleash. The youth have so much to offer. The truth is that the elders, we are not by any way trying to reduce the elders or to insult the sensibility of elders. Thank God I'm gradually crossing to that very, so I'm above 50, so I can well say I'm an elder now. Yes. So the truth is that there are many things we cannot do. There are many things as an elder you cannot do. You see, there's what they call generational shift. There is something they call paradigm shift. There are a lot of paradigm shifts, the way of thinking, the way of doing things. We have gone from analog to digital. Most of our elders, most of the people thinking for this country, leading this, they are still functioning in the analog. Whereas things have since changed. Things have gone digital. Do you know, for instance, there are so many things I cannot use in this very phone. But my son, who just graduated now, in fact, I thank God for his life, because anytime I have a difficulty, I call him, Free, where are you? So how do I go about it? At this age, I'm still via media now, between the youth and the real elders.
Yes.
At least those between 40-something, 60, we are at the middle. We are at the middle. But there are certain things I can no longer do. But the little children, 25, 20, they are doing it with ease because this is their time. That is the era we are in. We are in the digital generation. We are in the jet age. So we need to just allow these people to come. It is their world. They need to come. Like he said, people like them, Awolowo, Tony Enahoro, Azikiwe, Sadana, Sokoto, all these people, the time they made impact in this country, Yakubu Gowon, see their photographs. You don't need any other evidence. They were all young boys. And they were able to make positive impact, gain independence for this country. So the youth will inject life into politics. You know, do you see what happens in the National Assembly? A serious debate will be going on. People will be sleeping. They are tired. They are fagged out. You cannot cheat nature. That is the truth. The truth is that 10 years, 20 years ago, it's not the same way I climb staircase that I'm climbing now that I'm above 50.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I'm a bit more careful now because there are signs telling you that where you are going is gradually becoming closer than where you are coming from. You need to take things easy. So we need the youth. It will bring vibrancy. It will bring energy. It will bring knowledge. It will bring versatility into the political terrain. You see, Nigeria problem is becoming too complicated for 80-years-old man, for 70-years-old man. Why do you think that judges retire at 65? There's what they call senility decay in biology. It gets to a point your cells begin to die. Your memory power begin to go down. Your capability begin to go down. That is life for you. So we need people in their prime age, in their vibrancy, in the age where they can think articulately, where they can find practical solution. Now, he referred to NSAS. Let me just take a little from the NSAS. The way NSAS was marshaled, the way it was organized, the success they achieved until those in power decided to disrupt the whole process. Was it not perfect? Look at the way they organized, even using Lekki Toll Gate, which was the epicenter of the whole protest. Look at the organization. Feeding themselves, cleaning up. There are people, volunteers, things that you only hear about in abroad. So why can't we give this kind of people the opportunity? Let me tell you, it will be very important for the youths to be given a chance. It's not fair that somebody who has been a minister, he has been a governor, he has been a commissioner, he has come back
Senator.
now. He's now a House of Rep member again, and from House of Rep is going to the Senate. What is the problem now?
Nothing.
What are you looking for?
Abi?
And there are millions of people, jobless youth, and you don't just want to say, when are you going to retire?
You want to remain in, you just want to remain there.
One person will be in the National Assembly for 20 years. There's what they call a law of diminishing return. Some of these people, they have outlived their usefulness. Without apology to any person. They're supposed to be sitting down in their villages now, maintaining peace. And if there's anything, consultation, the youth in National Assembly, youth as a governor should go and meet former governor, former senator, who is now cooling down in the village. Like the way people visit Ibrahim Babangida in Zimina.
Yes.
They go there, greet him, seek some advice from him, and he counsels them. I think that is the kind of thing we want to see now.
All right, thank you so much. You should go out and take the bull by the horn and start doing something. They are in their prime age. We are in a digital age. There is a lot of energy. It is time
they can relate with the season we are in
to use what God has given them to function in this country. We want to go on a short break, and when we return, we want to find out how this can be done, how youth can use their digital age to be able to function in governance of our country.
We need assistance.
Oh my God!
Bomb everywhere.
How can you say Christians should stay away from politics?
Leveling buildings, setting cars on fire, and shattering the glass in windows more than a mile away. Those homes, businesses were destroyed.
What is happening to this country?
The Bible said the government of this world will be upon his shoulder. Jesus must rule and reign. If we are going to have peace, if we are going to have equity, justice, Jesus must be enthroned.
The first church to evacuate the dead and wounded from the scene. Another loud explosion was also reported in the central Nigerian town of Jos. The attack was hit during Christmas Mass on the outskirts of the capital, Abuja. A witness counted at least 19 dead there.
Christians must participate in politics. How do you tell me not to show interest about how my life will be wrong?
Your job is to represent another king and another kingdom.
lokacin da suka shiga ta farkon so yaran suna cin gidan Victor daga kazuka ce an kusa su kawo so suna ciki kenan so da sun je bindigogi suna an fara harbe so dia su uku ne a daki sai dia ya tashi ya hawo jabon ya je ya hade ta kasa ya bude ta gate escape door ya fita dia kuma ya bi shi ya fita wannan kuma da ya tashi da jinjiri barcin zai nane zai bi ya fito karfta su so suka kama shi su harbe shi ba sai sun kai yanka kashi sun yanka shi suka diba nama ta
Boko Haram. Last week, the Islamist extremists have been terrorizing villages in Gwoza, Muda. There are reports of hundreds dead.
That Christians got involved in politics.
Christians should go into politics. They should go and register, be members of political party, be card-carrying member of political party, seek for elective office, and don't forget, if you are going there, be determined to make a difference.
It is unfortunate today that far too many believers are expecting the solutions to our problems to land on Air Force One. And until the immune system of God, the church, is brought back up, the bacteria and viruses of destruction will continue to destabilize our country, ebb away our freedoms, and take away our liberty.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Viewers, you're welcome back, and we are still looking at youth and politics. And I still have in the studio Chief Honorable Bartholomew Edmond and Venerable Joseph Unuaya. And before we went on break, we were looking at the need for the youth to rise up and use their energy, their vibrancy, their education in order to take up the position of leadership. Now, let me come to Chief Honorable Edmond. Are there any political information that needs to be shared with the youth right now so that youth will get to hear and start thinking about 2023?
Yeah, the information is, the politics talks about the youth, but not with the youth.
Okay.
And now we're talking about the involvement of the youth. You see, we need to start discussing in details. When you go to social media and there's an uproar of issues in the country or in the political scene, the youths make their comments, air their views. In fact, they throw a lot of even advice. But at the end of the day, are they inclined? Do they vote? When you look at the social media, you say, oh, the youth are involved. The youth are carried along. The youth know what is obtainable. The youth can prefer solutions. You can never prefer solutions when you are not a card-carrying member of a political party and when you don't have your PVC. You can't make any statement. You see, we have to separate these two things. And, when you said, I don't care, you see, even on election day, some of them will be playing football.
Yeah.
Even on election day, some of them that is the time to go and visit friends. That is the period to travel for other social activities. When you are not involved, you are not involved. Our people said, our own is our own, their own is their own. When you get yourself into the system of politics, you will take responsibility of anything that follows.
Okay.
That's just it.
All right. So, will it be good to say that go and register, be a card-carrying member, participate in electioneering campaign, and when it is time to vote, go and vote. And if you are showing interest of contesting anything, don't be afraid, go. And in fact, if there is need to even meet a godfather, in politics there is godfatherism. It's not as bad as it should be. You need somebody to hold your hand. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I actually, you see, yes, I have faced such godfatherism.
Okay.
I know what it means to have a godfather. You might even win that election, but you wouldn't enjoy it.
Okay.
Because when you admit to godfatherism, that means the decisions you are going to be take are going to be district, are going to be
censored by the godfather.
By the godfather. And you see, there's a very important thing you said here. Getting involved. One, what do you have to offer? Some people said, I want to get involved in politics because I want to be known. I want to do this. They are not irritated by the activities of the economy. They are not irritated by the decisions of our leaders. If they are irritated, the passion they are going to put in achieving it, most of the youths are good entrepreneurs. They are doing good in various fields, controlling thousands of workers. But when you now come to politics, you see, they are already sold an idea that you must be an evil man to get into politics. No, it's not true.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, let me quickly get to you. Is godfatherism and mentorship important for youth that are interested in politics?
It's very important. It's just that godfatherism is taken to a devilish dimension.
Okay.
In this very country.
But ordinarily, it shouldn't be.
Ordinarily, you need a godfather. Ordinarily, you need mentorship. Somebody that is what we talk about, grooming. People to groom you, people to show you the way, people to tell you how to do certain things right. People that can see you go, even when you come to the corridor of power, people that can easily tell, my friend, you are making some mistakes and all that. That is godfather. But godfatherism is like devilish fatherism in Nigeria, where they take you to shrine to go and swear. Say you must obey me. You must 50%. You must bring 50% of every booty. You must come and pay the homage. That is what godfatherism has turned out to be in Nigeria. And if you are not ready to do that, they say godfather will be the one to crush your own political career. That's why I say it's because it's assuming a devilish proportion in Nigeria. Otherwise, everyone needs a helper. Everyone needs a mentor. Everyone needs an advisor. Everyone needs somebody you should call a father. Everyone needs somebody who should be a counselor. That you see, in fact, the Bible says, woe is to that king who do not listen to admonition. That means for you to be very successful, you need somebody who can advise you, somebody who can counsel you, somebody who can caution you, somebody who can rebuke you, somebody who can tell you are going wrong.
So these are the roles.
Yeah, that should be the role of godfather. It's not godfatherism is not about if you make 10%. Anything. 50% or 25% must be brought in. Ghana must go to my parlor.
Or those who I must appoint must come from my godfather.
Because I'm the one mentoring him, I'm his godfather. Once he becomes a governor, I am the one to choose all the commissioners. I am the one to dictate everything that should happen. That is not godfatherism. That is grabbing it all syndrome. You are not ready to leave power, and you want to still control everything. That is not real godfatherism.
All right. Do you have any experience of godfatherism since you are in politics? And can you share?
Be very free to expose any godfather who have not done well.
It's just a funny issue. You see, one, for you to solicit for support, you must meet people that are already in the system.
Okay.
And those that are ready to support you are the elderly ones.
Yeah.
The younger ones, when you go to them to seek for their support, they demand kickback. You understand? And that is the problem we are having. The youth does not understand. The youth allowed the so-called fatherism to play, because when you meet them, give me your support. When the youth give support, you don't need godfatherism. But when they cannot give you support until you give something out before you say, okay, he has given us, then you will definitely need that godfather. But one is, you have to be careful. The only thing to do when you come to those issues is to allow your integrity to play. Go to them and say, okay, I have heard you, but I felt there are better ways to do this. If you're opportune to give out contracts, why not? And he felt his company can offer it without taking all this thing, even without seeing the contract, without doing even the road, and just take the money because you are godfather. No, it happens with a lot of governors. It happens with a lot of people. The issue here is that let's allow the modest to be in politics. Let's allow those that has integrity to be in politics. Let's allow those that has been known, that have been shown and seen to be prudent in the little positions they have to lead as far as we are concerned. Because if not, you see, somebody cannot just come and say, vote for me because I'm a youth. We have to know your history. Now we have a lot of Yahoo boys around. We have a lot of, we need to know if you have criminal tendencies. Because if you are not contented mentally, there's no way you can be able to perform well outside the elderly ones we are talking about. So these are things we have to juxtapose, and if we have to look at it critically, justice to the youth is justice to the future of this country, in allowing the system to be fair in the involvement of youth participation in politics.
Okay. So let me come to you. Is it possible for the youth to take over the mantle of leadership in all tiers of government in Nigeria?
Very possible.
Okay.
During the EndSARS, the youth not almost took over the whole country. Within just a short period, few weeks, they almost took over everything. So they have the population, they have the energy, they have the intellectual know-how to be able to do that. It's just that they need to be strategic in their way of doing things, and they need to plan, they need to synergize with each other. Let me give you an example. If the EndSARS movement was turned into a political movement, just think of it. Turn into a political movement to say,
will gladly
okay,
take over.
They have decided. Do you hear any person talking again? That is the problem. Why don't they turn EndSARS into a political movement to say, as of today, let them be discussing it, agreeing that, look, in 2023, this is how we want this country to be. This is the agenda. Youths must take over. Any person above so age, no youth should vote for the person. They will take over. It's possible. Now, do you know the number of people that participated in that EndSARS? Do you know the number of people that have no PVC? Do you know the number of people that are not members of any political party, but they were protesting about change? They want things to change. And like as he said before, if you are not inside, you cannot from outside change things.
No, not at all.
So they have the power to take over the government, they have the power to change, and they can if they are strategic. For me, I should think by now they should be able to mobilize themselves, that by now one of the political parties, all of them should choose a platform and begin to gravitate towards that political party with the notion, and let the leaders of that political party know that things are not going to remain as usual. You must bring in young people for presidency, for governorship, for senatorial rep positions, and all that. They have to begin to demand for it. And apart from just saying it, they should go there and enforce it with their ballot paper.
The youth have the number to be able to change things.
They have the number. Almost close to 50% of the voting population of Nigeria are youths. They are youths. They are youths. If you go to rally, when you see political rally, who do you see?
It's usually the youths.
You see, the youth has registered political parties.
Yes.
But you see the irony of it. Of recent, the INEC decided to deregister those political parties.
Now, wait.
You see,
don't blame INEC for this. Let me tell you something.
Yeah?
I'm an election observer. I've been working closely with INEC, and I know what is going on. The truth is that some of those political parties were nowhere. What happened is what they call divide and rule. Look at the time when those political parties were created. PDP waited that time to the very nick of time and divided the opposition into pieces. That's what you call political party. A party that have...
are you sure it's PDP that did it?
No, the first one, APC did the last one. It's the same strategy. The members of APC, are they not PDP? They were PDP, greedy PDP men that crossed over to a new party and congregate together. Yes. So APC and PDP, they are the same crop of individuals. Now, let me not miss the trend. They have the power to form a party. Now, you don't need to have 100 political parties in a country to be able to function. What I'm saying, let them begin to gravitate towards one political party now. Even if it is two-party system we are running, APC, PDP, by what happened in these NSAS, the youth by now should be interacting and thinking of which political party are we going to throw our weight behind come 2023.
The one that will be friendly to the youth.
And now they should be interacting and discussing with the leadership that this is what we are about to do, this is what we want. But such discussions are not going on now.
The truth needs to be said. As far as in this country, PDP is the most democratic party.
I know, I agree with you completely.
And reason is that PDP has given some of us the opportunity to really discuss. You see, when some people said PDP, APC are the same. No. Even the Bible said, once you are born again, you are now a new creature.
Yes.
All things are passed away. Those that are decapping from APC into PDP, they must have passed through the purification and sanctifications of the baths of democracy.
I think, don't misunderstand what I said. What I said was that I said it was the greedy, over-ambitious PDP members who could not stand by their principles, the principle of PDP, that rushed to form APC. And that is why they have been have been crisis. We have to call spade a spade. I'm not a politician. I'm a Nigerian. I'm watching from outside. I'm not a member of any political party. I'm a priest. I can tell you that. That is why they have no stand anywhere. And you see the confusion that have greeted that party over the years. Now, some of them are pulling out because they have seen things. I saw an APC man speaking on AIT 3 days ago. The presenter was asking, are you sure you are still a member of APC? He said, look, things are bad. Things have gone bad. They say this government have finished this. They call it APC chieftain. So we have to call spade a spade. The youths should begin to think now, which party are we going to throw weight behind? in order to bring about the change we desire.
All right. So what is your advice now to the youth?
Number one,
Yeah.
let them go and register to be member of political party. That is number one. Let them begin to participate now actively. Let them begin to discuss now with that political party they want to function with. Let them begin to negotiate certain things on the table now. That is very, very key. And let them make up their mind not to feature youths that have no character. They should begin to do in-house search now to know youths that there are so many with integrity.
Yeah.
Let's not do sweeping generalization and think that every youth is a Yahoo boy. No, there are youths who have developed themselves. There are youths who are good. We see them in churches. We see them in mosque and everywhere. Youths who are disciplined, who are really passionate about where this country should be and how it should get there. So let them begin to search for all those youth now and bring them together. And let them stay with a political party. Because democracy is a game of number. If you want to change the status quo, then you must be able to muster the numbers together to change things.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, let me continue.
And let them not collect money. Let them not allow somebody to give their gun on election day to harass people.
All right.
And turn you, if you are contented to be a thug on election day, that is your choice. That is your choice. You will see the consequences thereafter.
All right, thank you so much. I'm picking you up on Anambra election. What is your advice to the youth in preparation for the Anambra governorship election and, of course, 2023 election?
Yeah, we have to borrow a leaf from what happened at the Abia State. You see, we have about 200 registered voters, but at the end of the day, we have only 6,000 that came out to vote. That's to show that the youth has lost confidence in the process, and they don't believe in their representatives any longer. Now, one thing the youth must understand is that you must get involved down from the local government as a councillor. In fact, that's why we talk about autonomy for the local government, because that is the basis where the youth can start grooming themselves. You know, when you have somebody that has done well as a councillor, a youth, can be able to say, oh, this guy vied for a chairmanship position. From there, House of Assembly. From House of Assembly, House of Rep, Senate, and probably the governorship.
You can grow through
now. But what is happening here is when those that are already in the seat of power, they decide to pick. Now, they are not even picking youth outside. They are picking you from family members. Maybe the younger brother, the son, or the daughter, to replace them in a political, in an executive position. This is what we are seeing in this country. So my advice to the Anambrians is that they should get themselves involved. They should go and register. They should go home and register. Because you'll be shocked and surprised that most of them, of course, the nature is that they will go to seek for their daily bread. They will go outside the states to do, but when it comes to state elections, they will not be there. But they will only be at the social media posting, would I call it, it can't make any difference. Please, they should get involved. Youth, get involved. It pays to get involved. Anything you are there, you only try your best to bring your opinion to bear. If your opinion is not hard, maybe a superior opinion has taken the space. But when you are not there, there are some politicians that don't even go to social media because they have their PA you understand? So they don't listen to what you are saying. So it's not relevant. You're only trying to escalate your ignorance about the process of youth participation in politics.
All right, thank you so much, and that is it. We want to appreciate Venerable Joseph Unoya, JP, for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Chief Honorable Edmond Batlomi, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And that is it. These are some of the things that I can draw out from our discussion, that there is need for preparation. Preparation is key to becoming a leader. If you are not prepared, you don't have business of being a leader. Then the society is not depriving the youth. It is the youth that are depriving themselves. Youth should go out and ensure that they do the needful. And number 3, justice to the youth is justice to the future of our country. So our political leaders must be fair and just to our youth. And number 4, youth, do not allow yourself to become a talk during election. Go out and vote. And finally, be involved. Get involved in a political party, be a card-carrying member, and ensure that you vie for position of election in the coming election. Until we come your way again, same time, same station next week. Bye from us.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the guests and viewers and does not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the Advent Cable Network Nigeria, ACNNTV.